I'm just going to make this really quick and short video just to kind of add a little bit of input to people that's not in reference to a particular article or a narrative or presentation put forth by central planners or media fucksticks that try to dominate and control and dictate your thoughts, your lives, and everything else that happens, right? But this is in regards to all this. I just want to kind of let's bring everything down just a level or two. I mean, we all know that, yeah, things are pretty harsh and there's a massive division, and there is very much a great amount of potential for not just civil but violent conflicts in Western countries. But this narrative where everybody's gonna be scared, some people should truly be fearful and scared. But can we just tone down this, the end of the world, Western civilization, the end of capitalism? Listen, if there's one thing I am very secure in, and you know what? I don't have a gigantic amount of money, but I'd take the bulk, the majority of whatever I have. And if somebody asked me today, let's make a wager. I'll gladly take the bulk of everything I've accumulated over my lifetime and place it right down. If the bet has to be made, I'll bet that humanity will survive. That freedom, that liberty will win out in the end. I don't believe the George Orwellian, and I mean, I'm very thankful for these people that talk about it because it has very real and potential ramifications and consequences for us all. And we all have to be diligent and aware of our surroundings so that we're constantly proactive in defending ourselves. But yeah, the world's not going to end tomorrow, not even in my children or my grandkids' lifetime. They will still, well, I don't know how it's going to happen in the future, but they will be doing their thing, okay? The world is not going to fall apart. And climate change, all this bullshit, global, no. Humanity's not going to, I mean, outside of a full-on war, a nuclear war where we destroy each other, mutual assured destruction. But I think there's enough smart people on this planet that will never come to fruition. And I believe humans are advanced enough in our intellect, even though you see that there's a lot of dumb people still. But I think the old days of using the end days or the end of the world scenario to scare everybody back into conformity, don't fall for it. Don't fall for it. Yes, there will peaks and valleys. Just if you could see a chart, right, of human history, there's always been peaks and valleys where we were doing great and sustaining more freedoms and liberties and productivity, and where it, dipped down to a valley where things are. But we will. I mean, if you look at if you look at it throughout human history, our intellectual knowledge has always allowed us to advance humanity properly. For every 2 steps forward, we do take a step back, but don't let the naysayers suggest to you that you just got to fall in line, conform to some ideology or dialogue because the end of the world is nigh. Don't fall for that. Be smart, be wise, take a deep breath. Look out on the world. Look out in the sphere, the realm that you have personal influence over, and do what you got to do to make things right. Because it all starts at home. The world's a big place, and we can't change it all. But everything, we all have our own ability to change our immediate surroundings and how we cohabitate, coexist, and reflect and change our environments. That's what we have to do. Every individual act, we're all people, we're all individual. Every individual act combined, the totality of that is what culminates the difference in whether we survive and thrive or end up into some mass extinction event. Well, that's not going to happen, in any scenario that we have control over. External entities, like, if an asteroid blasts into the planet, we have no way to prevent, at this stage of the game anyways, as far as I'm concerned, or as far as I know, to prevent that. But that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about extinction level events directly as a result of humans. That's not going to happen. well, not especially not if the people that have. Well, I mean, when you get to a certain point, people will push each other to a certain point. But when they realize there's mutually assured destruction, and that's a guarantee, they stop pushing each other. So don't get too fearful on that. We're going to be okay in the long run. It's Canadian Libertarian, and I love liberty.